I live in Everett.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, what were you asking?
Maybe. What was your past job?
Oh, I was an electrician for 2 decades.
And you decided to stay.
Or whatever.
You could just say that we have a gal covering.
Alright, so 8 months.
Okay.
Just past your.
That might be the better. That might be the better.
What's the time on that?
The one on the 18th is
Okay.
9:30 to 11:30 because she just
Oh,
wants
okay.
a solid half or hour and a half.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure everybody gets their drinks.
Great.
Wow, we have some options that day. Okay, I'll let you cover it because I have other classes that I'm talking about kind of on both of those days. But
Why are you talking about the one on the
A
16th?
buyer side?
Fire.
yeah, both. Of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my first seller actually got fired. It was amazing.
You fired your seller?
No,
Oh,
no, she let me go. That was good.
okay.
Yeah.
Molly's not here today? You're-
No, she's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're it.
Well,
So
I'm
you're
not
moving
it.
in a couple weeks?
You're it.
Someone from.
Very cool.
Really?
What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna, hockey and basketball right now.
Right? I know.
No, just-
I do it to taunt you.
It's just this time of year.
Highest paid quarterback in the game, baby, let's go.
That's a terrible thing.
It's definitely not the Tom Brady approach.
No.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You don't afford any receivers or anything.
Yeah. So,
But if
they
you
do
want-
have some receivers now though.
Probably
Yeah.
pretty
Drafted
soon,
one.
July,
Yeah.
August.
They bought the one that's broken all the time. He'll be good for 3 games.
It's just hot over there. It's
I think you guys have real grass over there, I think. So
Right,
she got hurt on the turf a couple times.
Yeah.
Michael, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Just stay open.
No, it was my kiddos. He liked the Baltimore Ravens, so that's why I
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I must
But
be
otherwise,
out.
it's been really October of last year. He's done a really good job. Are you with? The people part?
You are nice. You better be honoring it as online.
Yeah, it's very right. It is. I mean, it'd be nice if you could. So what did you do? But,
I would
yeah.
I would love it. Nothing would make me happier. Yeah.
And it's really hard to
I've been sprinting with Alice from our bowl team.
Oh, yeah?
Every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I usually just, put my partner Todd, I've been working with him, and I started with him in September, and just now things are, well, I have, not too much, dude. I said,
Maybe
we
a cell phone over there.
this little, oh, yeah, this is just a little,
Is it a pager?
it's a little grenade. So, my cousins call this my, they call this my block, they call this my rock.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was, just now, I actually, just got my first listing, I would say. I call it my first listing because I earned it myself.
Yeah.
So, and I was just cold calling around, last year. And, got one of those one lady that was actually a solid restaurant. And then it's like, we listed it on May of, the first time calling process. I called her March 18th, March 18th, right? And we listed our house last week. So like the fact that that lead went that fast, it's just, so I feel like that's a huge blessing. How was your weekend? Did you do anything this weekend?
Let's see, this last weekend I played golf.
Is it like a big golf field?
Yeah, special stuff. I mean, special, yeah.
Entire lake?
So, yeah, I'm sure the scene for Robert and me.
Is it like just how did you get into it?
I know, they're like,
I think people say, like, oh,
And it was like so much together. And they don't really.
you guys put money down on like key real estate.
No,
which
it'd
is
be
like
like
a
a
really
flat
solid
rock. Yeah.
She's already doing it. My dad did it.
I like the it's you against you. And
His younger son actually is when he's really trying to I think he probably is already. So at a young age, he's probably like, and basically, Roger always played, but it never, but he always was last place. He was always like the last place. He never said something. He never said this. Basically, when they fight rumors happening, so the way spread
There you go. Smart.
where he has, there was a busy, and the coach, it was his son, we have a audit coming up.
Yeah. All right.
And that kid ended up winning the other kids.
Let's stop the chatter. Okay, we're gonna get this meeting over kind of quicker because we're kind of lightly attended, but there's some important stuff to cover and talk about. So first, I always like to kind of talk about, well, one, Molly's not here, so I'm gonna head it up. I don't look like Molly, so you probably wonder, she's on a plane to South Carolina. So we always kind of like to talk about what's going on in the market, a new month, it's a third of the way through the year. So what are you guys kind of seeing, and can we kind of mastermind over how your business is going? Chance to have anything that you noticed with transactions or the speed of the market? What do you think?
And it would be incredibly helpful, you guys. I am Kim. If you would tell me who you were before you spoke. As an introduction, that would be great.
We'll start with you.
Yeah,
We'll start with you.
I'm Kim, and I am your mortgage lending partner with the BKC loan team. So I'm here to meet all of you and talk about partnerships and why the partnership is like chocolate and candy bars. So we're gonna do that training. I'm gonna have to speak for just a few minutes after this, and then we're gonna have a training, and that's gonna be about that partnership value.
It's really hard to hear on there.
Okay.
Oh, the speaker's off.
Oh,
That would be
turn-
why.
Turn that
Um,
on. Good call.
Says it's on. Yeah.
So we have to have all the guests speak.
Is that better, Dana?
Thumbs up.
Can you hear me now? Good,
Yeah.
all right.
All right.
So if anybody out there is talking, if you wanna come up here or just talk
To them.
loud and crisp.
Okay, most people will come up that we have.
Thank you.
So,
So Kim, what are you seeing in the market? How many pre-approvals are you doing right now? Are you doing a lot more pre-approvals, less pre-approvals than 6 months ago?
We are actually seeing applications, but we are doing less pre-approvals. So we definitely are seeing a difference in affordability. So we're looking at people, but we're putting a lot of people on plans because they're not quite ready. They just don't have that debt to income, or that affordability is an issue for them. We do have a lot of people sitting on the fence because what we're seeing in most markets is no inventory.
Yeah, I agree to that. Knowing my name is Nate,
Hi, Nate.
I am seeing low inventory, multiple offers are back, homes that are priced right and that are nice. Your 2-car garage ramblers, maybe a detached shop, those are gone in the first weekend and probably over asking price.
yeah, so anything below like median or at or just well priced, seems like.
500,000 and it's gone.
Yeah, some of, I mean, it's like kind of still case by case, market by market. I think there's some that are just odd that still don't get a ton of offers, even if the price is low, median. I think Todd had one in Everett that didn't get as much activity as he thought. I think I was one of only 2 offers on it. Didn't get it, but somebody still escalated like 20,000 over, and I was just at list. So it's just like, you know, some people think there's more competition than there is. Some cases, I think, is what I'm seeing, so. Cool, but the market's improving, so that's what it looks like to me.
I'm Rick, and I think the dam has burst on this whole interest rate thing. I really think the dam has burst on the inventory interest rate thing. I am finding people are ready to go again.
Yeah,
They're excited again. I think we should be excited because when I'm out either knocking doors or meeting people or going through my database, I'm finding people now are ready to talk.
yeah.
They weren't able to find a house, they weren't able to make the loan go, but all of a sudden they're gonna make it happen somehow.
Is that just buyers or buyers, like seller buyer combo or mostly? just
Seller buyer combo.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think we're about to see something again.
Okay. I've been told by a couple lender partners that on May 10th, we're gonna have like some really good news, so maybe you can share about that as far as the whole global or national economic numbers and interest rates potentially ticking down even further.
So how many of you are getting the mortgage spotlight that we send out on Mondays, which now are moving Monday nights? So if you're not getting that mortgage spotlight, I'd love to talk with you about it. It's basically an email that we are sending out every Monday that tells you what we're seeing in the market from the mortgage perspective. And then what we do is we also give you 2 social media tiles and some conversations that you can be having with your buyers mainly, because that's what we work with, your buyers on what's happening in the market. So a lot of our clients, a lot of our partners are finding that very valuable. So what we're talking about is the Fed meeting again to talk about interest rates, and the consumer pricing index, the unemployment numbers will all be out. And on the 10th, we anticipate that they're going to stay strong and do a 25 basis point increase again in the Fed rate. But as you know, that doesn't directly correlate with our interest rates for real estate. But what it will do is it's another emphasis to try to stop inflation. And that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to get control of that inflation, which will bring that bond market back, which will allow rates to come down. There was some people that were now saying that they expect 5.5% by4th quarter. Others are saying, yeah, no, we're gonna waffle between this, 6%, we only saw 6% for about 5 days. So thinking about it being at 6%, people aren't saying that's probably not gonna happen. We're gonna be in that upper 6s to 7s as we go through the summer. And the challenge will be, if inventory doesn't change, we're gonna be on that same teeter-totter, right? We're on that same supply and demand schedule. So you're already seeing over asking price, you're already seeing competition, even if there is only 3 buyers. So what will happen if we don't burst, like Rick was saying, and get more inventory? So the Fed is meeting and we'll have those new economic data in. And so that's what's happening, as they're anticipating one more bump to try to help manage inflation.
Cool, sounds good. You know what's funny? You're actually the first person I want to introduce, but you just kind of introduce yourself. But come up here and share because we do have some people on Zoom and we'll be watch later.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So I'm Kim Sutton and I work with Envoy Mortgage. So how many have been in the industry longer than 5 years? And have been a part of KW for 5 years? Okay, somebody come into it. Well, how many of you know Ben Kinney? Okay, so Ben Kinney, as you know, was a founder that has big ideas. And he saw that with real estate, what percentage of your transactions have to involve financing? Usually it's the majority, right? Majority, 95%? That's what I'm trying to think of, majority. So what he was seeing is, has anybody lost a deal because of financing trouble?
Yes.
Yeah, you've seen some of those things happen. And so what he was trying to do was to help control that relationship by starting his own mortgage company. So BKCO Mortgage was founded about 3 years ago. And as we grew and we learned about partnerships and systems and processes, we made a change last year to Envoy Mortgage. So Envoy Mortgage is our backup system. And now we are ready to get back into the market and become your trusted partners when it comes to your financing. So that's who I am. I've been assigned your team to be your mortgage lending partner because we understand relationships are important. And we want to make sure that we're creating relationships that can translate to your clients as well, as we all work on the homeownership journey.
So Kim, did BCKO pick up Envoy or fold into Envoy, or what was the relationship?
So the original relationship was we became a team. We are in the process of purchasing them. So it was announced that Envoy Mortgage will become Place Mortgage by the end of the summer. So we have bought Envoy Mortgage, which gives us mortgage lenders and licenses in 48 states so that we can continue to support the growth of the real estate agent throughout all states. We're bringing on board a Spanish-speaking team. We're bringing on board a lot more products than we had previously with guaranteed rate. They were our backup before. So yes, we are called the BKCO loan team at Envoy, and soon we will be Place Mortgage. Yeah.
Could you talk on that news that we actually talked on yesterday, just about like better credit scores getting worse rates?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Just so you know, everybody should go out and tank your credit scores because it'll be better for you to buy a house. If you've been listening to that, please stop. So a lot of it became a political issue. So first of all, if you guys want more information, our mortgage spotlight showed you the graph and the hot spots of actually what the impact was going to be. And I can provide that to you, just let me know. Basically what happened is the Federal Housing Association decided that they wanted to implement some changes in our pricing. So the pricing does not equal actually rate. So they made some changes in the loan level pricing adjustments. The news said that it was going to go up 1.75%. That is not true. I can show you it's only about a 12th of it's 0.12% for most buyers in the market. So what they did is they adjusted the pricing in a very small segment of people that are impacted. So we can talk about that. It is news, but most of your mortgage companies, including Envoy Mortgage, made those pricing adjustments in February. So if you've got anybody that's pre-approved right now, that rate is already baked in, that cost is already baked into their rate. So they're not going to see a large jump. The increase in rates that they saw this last week was actually just an increase in rates. So the loan level pricing adjustment was designed to alter the pricing to increase opportunities for lower income, lower down payment people. So the biggest impact is on people that have 15 to 20% down, a high credit score, and there's only about 16% of our loans that fit that category. So it's much to do about nothing in a lot of ways. So does that answer your questions, guys? Because we can do a 40-minute conversation on it. So, okay.
Cool. Kim is teaching our class right after this meeting. And I know some of you are gonna attend that, so she can talk more on all mortgage questions, financing, and also just the partnership.
Yeah.
And there's snacks and candy bars, so
there's
thank you for
snacks.
bringing those. I want to talk about classes. We have a lot of opportunities coming up. I am the education coordinator, but there is some awesome stuff. Ignite is coming up. It's gonna be 3 days a week, starting on May 15th, running till June 7th. So everyone's got calendars and Ignite scheduled. Did you get one? Oh, okay, cool. I remember actually taking Ignite like 5 years ago, just about. I think like looked across the room, Kelly Nielsen's there, and like I think it just kind of jump started both of our careers. I was in it for maybe 6 months before that. It's just like it's a lot. I think Lance was teaching the first class, Lynn the second one, and just like getting hit with all sorts of reality and information and like just huge. So plug into that. If you're new, we're gonna actually have a club for newer agents. It's gonna be down in one of the conference rooms. So bring your laptop and just kind of meet with other people, but also watch on the screen and just kind of get just hit with a huge dose of information and just ability to just kind of jumpstart your career. Other classes, Armand's teaching on Brevity CMA, so how to do the CMA system that's provided through Brevity, if you guys are Brevity users, which I know some of us are. So looking forward to that. That's gonna be on the 16th at noon. Also, I got Anton to teach a class on the 24th called Land 101. I actually named it 101, but it's Anton. It's not going to be basic. It's going to be for everybody. So literally the point of this class is to come and bring your questions about land, and I'm going to bring specific properties, and I'm asking other people too as well. And he's going to broadcast them from online into the screen and kind of just dig into the opportunities that that parcel could do or provide for somebody. This class actually came from 2 weeks ago. I went to his investor mastermind. It's only the second or third time I've been to one because my Thursdays are busy, but I was lucky enough to go to one, and some people were talking about accessory dwellings, and I was like, yeah, I really don't have any care to that at all. Well, after about 5 minutes of him talking, I'm like, dude, I gotta build another house on my property. Like, this is stupid. Why am I not doing this? You know, why am I not building other places? So even if you don't think you want to learn about land, like Ferrari Phil deals with luxury property already, but like, you know, maybe you'll come and hear something about land and you'll be like, dude, I'm gonna develop like small neighborhoods and stuff. So just come to it, bring your questions. It's gonna be awesome. That's on the 24th at noon. And then he's also gonna be teaching an investor mastermind at 6 p.m. on the 18th as well. So that is worth digging into. And it's awesome because like Anton's, you know, right next door, but like we can come and get like a free hour from him and just kind of learn, and we don't have to feel like we're bothering him because he's putting on class for us. So pretty awesome opportunity, I think, to dig into that resource. So those are coming up, and I have Kara Peebles here from Fidelity to talk about 2 other class opportunities. Here she is.
Thank you.
Yes,
I know you
yes.
guys have a full calendar, so
That's right.
good to have options, right? So we just have a couple we really committed this year to bringing value and bringing speakers that can help you grow your business. Because what I'm hearing a lot in all different offices that's really working for people is door knocking and social media. And social media is not going anywhere, no matter if we love or hate it. People are getting a lot of business from social media, and I think in January, we had a gal, she's from Minnesota. Her name is Hannah Smith, and she's built her whole business with Instagram. So she came to Bothell. We did a whole day event with her and Eric Sachs from Breakthrough Broker. And they loved her so much that she's coming back. But this time she's gonna do like hands-on, because so many of the classes that we do are like, oh, I do this and I do this but how do you implement? So she's really gonna treat this one like a workshop. So it is May 16th, it's all day event. We're starting at 11:30. It includes lunch, it includes 2 speakers, fresh baked cookies. If you've ever been to anything at the Anderson House, events in Bothell, I mean, they do a great job. Bar rolls out at 2, like, it is $55, but the last time it was well worth the day. The other speaker is Stephen Ross. He wrote a book called Doors Open When You Knock. So he built his whole career on door knocking, and he door knocked like some huge, like not a million, but like 100,000 doors or something huge, probably like you. You're working on it, yeah. So both of those speakers are gonna be there, May 16th. So if you want info, I sent it, I think, to most people, but if I didn't, let me know. And then May 18th, here at the Creamery for no cost. I do a monthly mastermind, but this month I'm having a gal who's also an agent, but she like is a mic dropper when it comes to scripts. Like last time we had her, I think I had 24 people in the room, and every person, even Armand, who you can't shut up, was like, you could sell my house. Like she did some role playing, it just happens naturally, but she will be there on the 18th at the Creamery, and that's from 9:30 to 11:30. She wants a good solid hour and a half, so I built in time to get there, get your coffee, because the line gets kind of long, but yeah, so just trying to add value.
Here again, what's that date at the Creamery?
18th. That one starts at 9:30. Yeah, but 9:30 is like to get your coffee.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah, because it kind of, the line gets a little crazy. So anyways, yeah, thank you.
But it will be crowded, so like you get there a little bit early, because she does have like 20 to 30 agents almost all the time there.
What was the cost on my hand? 55 is the early birds. Get your ticket.
So-
The early birds.
So there's Stephen Ross, right? Is that one like a part of that same day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that one's.
Well, the 16th is 55, the one on the 18th is no cost.
Okay, so when is Stephen Ross?
I'll text
Okay.
you.
Cool,
Yeah, at
thank
8:30 in the morning, but just at
thank you, Carol. Appreciate you and these awesome opportunities you got. Could I get? Okay, so Red Day is coming up next week. So everyone that is an agent, you should come to Red Day and participate in that. It's an awesome activity that we do once a year. And Christy from the Culture Committee is gonna come talk about it.
Well-
See what we got going on.
Yeah, so Red Day is May 11th, and that's Thursday, yeah, May 11th. We're gonna meet here at the office. Ivy said it was at 8 at the office, and Molly told me 8:30. So I'm thinking just arrive at the office 8 to 8:30. There'll be coffee and donuts and just some team planning, you know, like you're on the paint crew, you're on this team, or just a little structure will happen. So we'll gather here and then we'll head over to the food bank and be there about 9 o'clock.
I can't meet here at the office, but I can meet you guys at the food bank.
That
Is
would be
okay?
great. Yep, just show up when you can. I think that would be wonderful. Typically, gosh, we've had 20 to 30 agents, you know, every year, and it's amazing how quickly you can get a job done. So sometimes it's just a 3-hour deal. It's super fun. It's a big part of the culture, and the Ben Kinney, Keller Williams, I guess more so, does Red Day every year. It's really important to give back to your community. So we prioritize this and we make this our thing and have all the agents there. And it's a great way to reach out to your sphere to let them know, you're giving back to your community. You're doing this as the Red Day this year. And along with that, we're doing a food drive. And the food drive goes till this, from now actually until the 11th. So right now would be a great time to be reaching out to your sphere, let them know what's going on, and we can do cash donations. I am going to put together there is already some teams have done this. I have one just to sort of share. So if you're interested, let us know and we can kind of get it over to you, or the office can email it out. But just make up a flyer on Canva or something. If you go to the Marysville Food Bank, they actually have their QR code, so you can donate directly. So you can tell your sphere, you can have cash donations or drop food off. We have big barrels down in the office. Just make a flyer, let them know what you're doing, send it out in email, go door knock, whatever it is. But it's a great way to just reach out to, or give a reason to reach out. So there will be refreshments in the morning, coffee. And then there is lunch will be provided also after we're done at the food bank. So I hope to see you there. I'll put sign-up sheets at the front office, and I'll put a flyer about all the information down at the front desk. So it'll be there this week. So feel free to pick it up. I think that's it.
We have any to pass out.
You do, although I'm gonna make an edit and put it downstairs.
Okay.
So, but yes, I will.
Yeah, so use that as an awesome touch for your sphere, your clients, social media, etc. to get food. I think even just like I've posted, I'm kind of lazy, and I've just posted on social media, and I usually have like 5 or 6 people just reach out to me and like say, come pick up food. Because I know some people are knocking on doors and getting food, which is pretty cool, like as a way to show that you care about the community, but also to get donations. So yeah, plan on that. And if you're not gonna be here at 8:30, you should probably tell us what team we're working on.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put you on like the worst team possible.
Yeah, definitely wear your red day shirts or a red shirt if you've got it, and dress for the occasion, not knowing what team you'll be on, so you have to be team, possibly doing yard work. Bring gloves, protective eyewear. If you got a favorite shovel or a rake or something you just wanna bring, I'm sure they will have some things. Ivy Joe's actually spoke with the food bank, so I'm not sure exactly the details of who has all the, the tools and stuff that day, so feel free to bring something along if we need it. She did indicate maybe we would need a pressure washer. She has one, but she wasn't sure the status of it, if it was working right now. So she said if somebody had a pressure washer and wanted to bring it that day, that would be great.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah,
Phil Zerberg has a pressure washer that he was wondering if he should bring.
yes. Yes, you
So
should.
I'll let him know.
Yeah, cool, let them know.
Yeah, they have the hose, just hook it up to,
I'm sure they do. Yeah, this
just to make sure that they have the hose too.
Smart.
They usually have everything that we need,
Yeah.
but it's a totally great idea to, I know Toby will probably bring his pressure washer. And have 2 or 3 going makes everything go better.
Yeah.
They'll have some clippers, but if there's 2 or 3 clippers,
It just goes more efficient.
things
Yeah.
just go, but I believe they have all the tools and it's inside, outside, maintenance, cleaning, organizing.
It's a lot of
inside,
sorting of the food. There's, they actually put packages together, like, there's a lot of that. There's usually a big part of the team does that.
Yeah.
But last time I think we did the food bank, there was only 1 pressure washer, so like, yeah, if there's 3, like that whole team needs to, get wet.
Don't know if there's 3 hoses and other things to think
Yeah.
about, but.
Water
Cool.
supply is important.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's gonna be awesome, so make sure you attend. We have Amy with a legal minute to share about, the designated roads for here.
All right, hello. All right.
Hello.
How many of you know what this is?
It's a name.
Is that?
Oh, that's your road.
We're running out of ink.
Kenny has, all right.
We spelled, I think we spelled
Kenny has to.
2 ends, 1 end.
Oh, twins, yeah. Oh, yeah, she might do that.
Yeah, get it right. Spell it right, that's important. KWNS at benkinney.com. What is that? It's from an email? So what is it for? Why do we need to know that?
For all of your documents to be organized and sent to and
All your
audited,
offers?
maybe, I don't know.
Every offer should be CC'd on.
We should have better answers to this question. Just saying, you all should know why this email
just
is
have
so
opportunity to
important.
teach today.
I know, we should all know why this is really important. One of our office is going through an audit right now with the state. So Molly and I and the front staff were preparing kind of some like, let's be audit ready type topics that we're gonna be like implementing and talking about. One of them is our document firm email, KW northsound@benkinney.com is our firm email. And you all should know as brokers that in order for any document to be properly like delivered, say you're saying an offer, a counter offer, an inspection response, anything that's time sensitive, in order for it to be confirmed delivered, you have to send it both to the broker you're working with and their firm email. Well, our firm email is the KWNorthsound@benkinney.com. But another really important thing that I think a lot of brokers don't really understand or realize is that Washington State requires our office to have a ledger of some sort, some way to document all of the transactions we're working on, whether the transaction actually turns into a signed contract or not. We need to have a way of tracking all the documents that we're sending back and forth and working on in real estate. So when they come in for our audit, they ask for
they ask for that ledger. They want to see all the documents we're working on. So this is our way to track everything. So you guys as brokers should know that anytime you're writing an offer, sending any documents back and forth, you should always be CCing KWNS@bankcanadian.com. When the auditor comes and sits down and says, we want to see the last, 30 days of transactions, we can pull that email up and we can say in the last 30 days, here's all the transactions that people have been working on, and then they'll pull a random 30 of them and say, okay, now we want to see the files on those and show us the documents. So it's important that you guys are always CCing the brokerage firm on there, so we always have some sort of documentation of showing, when you're writing offers, sending offers, receiving offers, all that good stuff, okay? So just make it a habit, if you can, to always CC, not just when you're delivering mutual, not that it should be anytime you're writing an offer, CC that. Just, it should be part of your CC on any time you're doing real estate transactions in any capacity. Just always, it can make it a habit to just always CC the brokerage firm on there, then we always have documentation or records of it. But then also know, if you're gonna write an offer and it doesn't get accepted and you've CC'd our firm and that offer gets called out, we should have record of it. So you're required to, as brokers, even if offers aren't accepted, you're supposed to be creating a transaction file and turning those in, okay? Anything that you get signed by your client. So if you write an offer and your client signs it, even if it doesn't get accepted, you should be dumping that into your command file and having some sort of record of it, so that if we do get audited, we can pull it back up and we can go find it, right? We always have a copy of it. So there, that was just that. I have another just little legal hotline. I don't know how many of you, do you guys get Annie's emails, the Washington Realtor? She has legal hotline question and answers. These come out, I think on Wednesdays, and then she also has a Friday video that comes out. Both of them are super important. You guys should be watching them and watching for those emails and just reading them. If there's like anything I could just like implore you to do, it'll help make you a better broker, is take 5 minutes and read her emails and watch her videos. You will just become smarter. You'll understand the forms better, and it'll make you a better broker. I'm gonna read one here and we'll just discuss it a little bit. So the question is, this is an agent that wrote in a question to Annie, and then she, if you don't know, she is the Washington Realtors attorney, and so then she answers it. So the question was, seller's name was misspelled in the buyer's offer, and the listing agent struck and rewrote it each time as it appears on the contract. Do each of these contract corrections need to be initial and dated by each party? We're talking about the seller's name was spelled wrong. And then they said, additionally, when a listing broker uses a Form 36, a counteroffer addendum, to write the seller's counteroffer, but then writes C counter through the buyer's offer on the Form 21, must buyer and seller initial each place listing broker writes C counter? Here's Andy's answer. Anybody have any thoughts on this? Yes and yes.
I'm gonna say that if you do those actions, yes, but she's probably gonna say that there's a better way than doing that, to use name change addendums, do things one time and not actually do a bunch of process. Third option that was actually hidden.
Okay, here's the answer. No, the boilerplate language in the Form 21 states that the correction of the seller's name is not a counteroffer.
Oh.
Since the correction is not a counteroffer, it doesn't require initially the agreement by the parties. So there's a couple terms in the purchase and sale that actually don't change the terms if you were to change it, and the seller's name is one. So if you correct the seller's name, it does not require everybody to go back and initial in order for you to have a mutual. Okay. There's a couple other ones too. One being the seller FERPTA. They can change that later without it needing an initial and disclosing whether they are not a foreign person. And then the index too. The index is an index. It actually doesn't change the terms of the contract. So on line 15, where you're putting all your different addendas of what's included, you could go in and write Form 36 just so that you're keeping track and you know that that was added to the contract, but that also is not going to necessarily require initials by all parties in order for it to be mutual. Okay.
But what about when you cross out an addendum that's on there? When you say you want to get rid of one addendum, then you need to initial and change next to that?
Crossing it out on the index does not delete it from the purchase and sale. Okay? It's just an index. So like for instance, the same thing goes, I've seen contracts where they put on there a Form 35, an inspection contingency form is written on the front page of there, but but they forgot to insert it into the purchase and sale, and everybody signs it around. And then later, the buyer goes, okay, we're scheduled our inspection, and the seller, listing broker goes, well, wait, you didn't even have an inspection contingency, it wasn't in there.
Okay.
The fact that it's on the Form 21 on the index does not make it a part of the purchase and sale. So technically, they did not have an inspection contingency because the inspection contingency form was not included in the purchase and sale.
And because we delivered our mutual to the company email, brokerage email, you could confirm that the 35 was never a part of the mutual.
It's not a part of the contract, there's no
Let's go-
inspection contingency.
Let's go opposite, flip it then. So let's flip it. Let's say you did not have the 35 are on the front, or 35 on the front of the 21, but you did have it, the addendum, and everybody signed it.
Then it's a part of the contract.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So if you're gonna cross something out, I'm not saying it's bad practice, you could cross it out on the Form 21, the front page.
Yeah.
But also cross it out on the addendum, make it really clear, and that would need to be initialed by everybody, right? That is the actual terms of the contract that everybody needs to be on the same page about. So the 15 is just simply an index, okay? So her second answer to the second part of that question was, when a seller's counter offer is set forth on a Form 36 counteroffer addendum, and the parties both sign the addendum acknowledging the agreement, the parties have mutual acceptance. Reference to see counter through the forms are nothing other than a roadmap directing the reader to the counteroffer addendum. The roadmap references do not need to be initial. Agreement to the counteroffer terms as evidenced by signatures on Form 36 is all that's required. Okay. So I think it's a good practice. Use your Form 36s. If people are getting better. We used to, like, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, but our purchase and sales used to look just like markup city, like crazy. You could hardly reference or keep track. So agents are getting better with better practices and using Form 36s. I'd love to see it even more. But any terms that you're changing on purchase and sales, spell it out on Form 36, get that signed. I think it's a good practice to say see counteroffer because it helps lenders, it helps other partners see and know that maybe the price was changed or that there should be a Form 36 and things don't get missed.
Where would you write, say, see counteroffer?
On the front page, or wherever you're gonna change the terms potentially in the offer.
Okay.
But initials there, she's saying don't require initials on the Form 21 or the other pages of the purchase and sale, as long as everybody agreed to it on the Form 36. If everybody agreed to everything on the Form 36 and signed it, then that's your mutual.
Okay.
That's a simple. All right, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
All right, so we're actually gonna wrap up with just a couple things. Nate's gonna talk about tech, and I got one more opportunity to kind of piggyback off of what he offers to the brokerage, so.
Yeah, I was just gonna say very quickly, you guys, every single Thursday, I have Tech Thursday. That is a drop in, bring your laptop. I'd love to work on exactly what you are working on and help improve your business in some way so that you leave and you're feeling accomplished. In addition to that, I just wanted to take a second to kind of highlight Armand's class one more time, Brevity CMA. You might look at that and think, well, I don't have Brevity, I'm not in Brevity, so I don't want to use it. Brevity CMA was actually purchased for our office. So it's something that everyone has a free access to. Technology is something that should be making our lives easier, making our businesses easier, and helping us make more money. And Brevity CMA will give you beautiful CMAs so that you can go and just look better on your listing appointments with your clients. So definitely attend the Brevity CMA class, ask questions, drop in, see me at the Tech Thursday. And of course, I talked to Molly and I talked to Daniel. I offer the service of technology audits. Every individual agent, every team knows that I'm more than happy to sit down with you and share with you. As one of the top teams in this office, we have spent money and wasted money on all the things so that you don't have to. Let us have a conversation about maybe some free tools or some alternative tools to use and help grow your business before you go spend $500 a month on Brevity.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, it was just that tech audit / like tool audit is so awesome because so many of the things that we purchase that are like $100 or $200 a year or whatever, they already overlap and they're already like in a Brevity or a Command, and Nate knows how to use those tools properly. So he's actually going to save you money in your business and kind of just look over what you're doing and how you're using things and kind of optimize that. Then you get his service just like Anton's, just by dropping into his Tech Thursdays. You can get a one-on-one with a tech master
Yeah,
Yeah.
I often have one-on-ones at those Tech Thursdays, and in addition, the best route would be talk to Molly, sit down with her, she will schedule us and make sure that you have all of the right resources. We'll touch base for 5 minutes just to make sure you've got, all the couple details you need about your business in front of you. And I'm sure we can talk just how you can either be using your tools to get more business, and or maybe some of these tools are not quite necessary, or we can replace them with Canva or other things that people are using for very free or very cheap.
Yeah, cool service, thank you for doing that. And so on that same note, so as an ALC, we actually offer something for all, all people with, if you're on a team, this, could probably get adjusted a little bit different, but it's kind of for solo agents. We're doing like a business health check for people, like if you're new or you've kind of, struggling, been in it for a few years, you can talk to me or Molly, and you just want to talk for 20 minutes, kind of go over how your business is doing, and we can kind of coach you. This is separate from mentoring and from productivity coaching, but if you just want to check in probably once or twice a year, just to see if you're on track for your goals and your business and it looks healthy, and you have like a future in transactions, me and Molly and other ALC members will actually sit with you and have just a direct meeting and kind of see what you've got going on and see how we can help you with your lead gen, with follow up with all aspects of your business to kind of see that your business is healthy as far as the legs of your business. Yeah, so just kind of, if you talk to me or Molly, we would just set up a quick meeting and just kind of go over that and see what you're doing and see if we can just kind of give you some quick coaching tips and maybe minus some things away from your business, or help you add things as far as that will actually help you generate more business as far as activities, as far as presence on social media or whatever. So whatever, if we just get a snapshot of what you're doing and what you look like to the world, Nate actually offers that on Google too. So have Nate Google your name and just see if you look like a real person, or if maybe there's a convict that has the same name as you. And so when somebody Googles you, they're like, oh my God, the guy's in jail. Hell no. Like worst case scenario. Yeah, so like, just want to see that you are operating a small business and it looks healthy, and we can kind of help you grow and sustain the business. So that's something that we offer. So talk to Molly or myself if you want to do that. We're a third of the way into the year, so as far as goals, like what are you looking like and all those kind of things, if you want to sit down and kind of see how to get on track or how to grow and how to achieve better things in your business, talk to Molly when she gets back, or knock on my door and do the same. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Just come to Resume next week, and thanks for coming to the meeting. So
Who's John Ramsey on Mondays?
that is the Ben Kinney scripts. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a Zoom script.
Okay.
So that kind of replaced, in-person scripts. I know your team does that, but yeah, we have that. We talked a lot about our calendar being super full. There is a ton of classes.
Good.
So yeah, circle those. Armand's Riveting CMA, learning, like we used to do Cloud CMA, which was provided, and there's a lot of different ways you can do CMAs just through the MLS is pretty easy. But Armand is going to be able to teach you as a new agent or somebody that doesn't do a lot of CMAs too, how to properly do one. So just show up to a class like that, show up to Anton's class. The mastermind that Kara offers is an awesome opportunity to really grow your business. The people there, I think, grow from her for providing that spot and just kind of masterminding together. So a lot of cool stuff. Circle it. If you're brand new or just doing a few transactions, Ignite calendar too. Make sure you get this on it. Join the Ignite Club, which is happening downstairs. So
is this Ignite with all the banking brokerages or office?
So it's going to be Zoom. So it's all going to be on Zoom, but we actually have a club. So we're going to meet in the second conference room. We have spots for 8 people. And then if people can't attend, they can just check it out on Zoom. But the club is going to be cool, just as a way to just jumpstart your business and kind of meet here and maybe create some habits of treating your business like a business.
I agree.
So I was talking about earlier, Lance taught the first Ignite class that I ever went to just over 5 years ago. And it was like a total kick in the pants, like Lance's classes always are. So like, if you need that.
And you're still here.
I'm still here. There you go.
You lasted.
Some people never came back to the office.
Yes.
You have the same for me.
I got to tell
Lance does that. Like, you just join the bar and just leave, Like, all right, guys. Well, thanks for coming in, and Red Day next week. So make sure you got all your information and get that food.
Good job, Daniel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.